Welcome back, everybody. It's Rama from Junk Journal Divas. Hello, my friends. Today I'm going to be making altered matchboxes. So if you watch my channel, you know I've been playing around with alcohol inks and I have a lot of really fun papers and I've been trying to think of ways to use them. And I also have a brand new stack of matches, little boxes that were sent to me by my diva sister, Cynthia Reyes. So that's what we're gonna do today. Before I get started with everything here, I realized that I need to add a little bit of glue to those corners. So I'm just kind of sticking the needle tip nozzle down in there and adding just a little drop of glue to hold those closed. And then I'm gonna have to paint or spray or something. So I was just looking at the colors and I grabbed this orange. Isn't it perfect? So this is the Lunar Paste. I absolutely love the Lunar Paste. This is another product that I get from YANETTE. It's a Ranger product, and you guys, YANETTE's info is always in my video description because I love to support my creative, crafty friends. So, and you can see it goes on so smoothly. It's great coverage, and it dries really quickly. So I love that. And it has that, kind of metallic, iridescent look to it. So I want to make sure I get those very edge parts there. And just all of the corners I want to make sure that I get. And you can use anything to apply this, but I'm always using my fingers. And I'm showing you here that by the time I did the second piece, the first piece that I did was already dry. So now I'm just doing, the sides, making sure I get those tops. So the Lunar Paste, you can use with a stencil. It's kind of like a mixture between a paint and a paste. There's just so many ways that you can use this stuff. So we'll give this a little once over with my heat tool, make sure it's nice and dry. And then I am using a paintbrush to do the inside because I have to get in those and all the creases and all the corners. So we'll get this part and give it a quick dry. Now I was trying to go over this with my ink, but it just wasn't really sticking. So I grabbed a Sharpie. This is the one that has the slanted tip. It's a wide slanted tip, so I'm just kind of going over those edges with the black. And this worked much better. So I like this. I'm gonna do all of the rest of the pieces that I need here. And then to put my my paper, my alcohol ink paper onto the box, you guys know that paper, it's kind of like photo paper. And it will slide around a little bit. So that's why I'm using a little piece of double-sided tape. And that will just kind of hold it in place while the glue dries. And this is pretty easy to center because you kind of use your fingertips and you can feel those, the edges. So here we go. And I'm liking this so far. I'm liking the way that this looks. So we'll go ahead and do all of those other sides. I actually did try to cut a sliver of this paper out and use my scoreboard to score it, and I thought maybe it would wrap around, but it just didn't work out as well. So I had to cut the pieces down and just put them on each side individually. And then for this, I'm using my skinny double-sided sticky tape for those sides. I'm kind of excited about this because I've been wanting to do altered matchboxes for a while now, and I haven't done them. So this is my first time doing these. And I love making altered things, anything. So I have my farm animals, my grumpy farm animals from Art House Whimsy. I grabbed my clear embossing powder and my embossing ink dauber. These are also supplies from YANETTE. And I'm just picking the grumpy animals that I want to use and going over some of them here. I thought about using a color of, the embossing glaze, which is translucent, but I thought I better just stick to the clear. And I have to show this part because I love this part. It's like the magic watching when that powder starts to melt. So I was doing this number 1 because it just helps them pop since they're just black and white images. And it also protects the paper. And now comes the really fun part of trying to fussy cut these teeny tiny little images out. So we'll go ahead and skip that. Okay guys, it's the next day and I woke up today and I remembered, in addition to the Grumpy Farm animals from Art House Whimsy, she also has these that are Animal Farm. So I went ahead and I put my embossing glaze on top of these, but I'll hold this one up so you can see they're super cute. So I printed these also. And then Karen Bradley, who is an admin with me in Junk Journal Divas, she's like the queen of coming up with snarky comments. So she gave me a list. Now some of these are from Art House Whimsy and some of them are from Karen. So I've got all of that stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and fussy cut these. And then I'm thinking, so I did this just kind of getting an idea. I'm thinking that what I want to do is maybe put so you can just see the whole thing here. I'm thinking I want to put a mini grommet here, and then I can put like a little something to pull it out. I'm still not sure how I'm going to do this. If I'm going to put the animal on the front and then the saying inside, I don't know. We'll see. And then I think I'm also going to put a piece of this on the end of the kind of drawer. It's like a little drawer that you pull out. So that's what I am going to do, and we'll see how this turns out. I'm going to take all the stuff off from the inside because I didn't glue anything down yet. And this is a little tricky here, but I was able to punch my hole. Closing it up, it kind of squashed the box a little bit, but then I was able to go ahead and reshape it. And now for my little pull method. I have a bead, so I've got this little dangle, and I'm putting it on a little piece of wire, and I'm twisting it. And then I'll put it through my grommet and open up that wire so it kind of creates a toggle. So this looks cute. I like the turquoise. And then just to kind of hold that in place, I'm using double-sided sticky tape. I'm just gonna stick down in there so my wire stays in place, and then I can add some glue and put my fake grass down in there, my fibers. So everything's going pretty smoothly. Can go ahead and glue my sheep in there, and then get my sentiment And of course I needed to break out my tweezers because all of this teeny tiny little stuff in my big fingers. So this is what we have for the inside part. And now for the outside, I have my grumpy old sheep, and I did back it with some black paper, and we'll just go ahead and glue that on. And I'm loving these. I think they're super cute, very fun to make. And of course, now I'm thinking, oh, I can make these or these, like all different kinds of altered matchboxes. So we'll see if I get out of the alcohol ink wormhole and start making altered matchboxes. Okay, guys, I am back and I am finished with my little altered grumpy farm animal matchboxes here. So let me start with this one. This was the first one that I did, grumpy old sheep. Now I forgot to put the piece on the front part here, but I did all those sides, and then pull this out. I'm cranky, so sure up. You guys, again, Art House Whimsy is having a special promo sale. If you use the code Rama July, you get 50% off of your purchase. It's for the rest of July here. So put that back in there. And then we've got the grumpy old cow. And I remember that I had these guys, so I tried one of those, but they're a little big, so I just put this part on the last one. So let's take a look at the grumpy old cow. I'm not in the mood. I guess let me just leave them open because they're so cute. Okay, and then I didn't have the old chicken or something written, so I just put grumpy on this one. And this is the same alcohol print. So pull this out. This one's still a little wet, it's damp, so it's kind of, you know, bigger. Click around and find out. So there you go, guys. These were fun. I have a lot of more alcohol ink paper, so I'm gonna think of some other fun ideas of things to create with them. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for some more crafty adventures. If you liked the video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and let me know which one is your favorite grumpy farm animal.